If you're running an underwear or any types of fashion brand, you're gonna wanna listen to this because in today's video, I will be dissecting the best performing Facebook ad creatives of one of our underwear clients. So all of those creatives we actually crafted in-house at the agency, or at least most of them is what we've done in-house. I'm gonna be analyzing these creatives through Motion app and showing you which one's working best, what type of creatives have proven to work great, and last but not least, the full statistics breakdown of these assets. My name is Justin and I'm the founder at Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. So let's get straight into it. So the top 5 assets that are performing the best right now for that brand are the following. The first best performing asset is actually a static image, which I've got another video coming up on that actually on the channel, or it might have already been published at this time of you watching this video. But we noticed that recently the static ads are kind of on the rise again with Facebook. So definitely check out that video for more information on this. But looking into that one, first asset is a basically a 1x1 creative. Then number 2 and 3 are UGC. Number 4 is a GIF. Number 5 is once again UGC. So looking into those stats right here, you can actually see that they are filtered by spend. So the first one is the one that has the most spent. The last one is the one that had the least amount of spent on that one. That first one is a clear winner. Why? Because it's one of our creatives right now that Facebook allocated the most spend to. Again, we're using CBO, we're not using ABO, and we're not forcing spend to specific creative. So we're letting Facebook spend and decide where to put that money. Usually a good indicator of a creative, or Facebook at least liking a specific asset, is spend. If they put more spend on one creative, it's usually a good sign. That one, which is good, is not only is there a lot of spend on it, but the ROAS is also very high. So it has a very good spend to ROAS ratio on that one. So again, making that our best asset. Now, talking about spend to ROAS ratio, I just want to skip that second slide and go straight to that one. I'll get right back to the second one in a second. But right here, the spend to ROAS ratio, as you can see, very, very high for that first creative, which is our static image. So basically shows that per the graphic that you're seeing right now, almost exactly at the same height. You see then the following ones, there's more spend than there is ROAS, and then you can kind of see how this fluctuates. So as per a spend to ROAS ratio, you can see that that's ad one teen video is doing definitely not too bad overall. And again, I just wanted to show this quick view of that one. But let me get back to this real quick, because I feel like this, again, I'm showing all of these results through the use of Motion app, which we recently started using at the agency, but basically it allows us to also see the video drop-off rate. So as an example, let me show you this. You've got our 3 UGC videos from earlier that I said that performed great, and the GIF. Obviously a GIF can also be tracked through that same rate. Now, you can see which are our best 2 videos. Well, you can see it just by looking at that. You can see that the first one and the third one are the best performing videos. Usually looking at that GIF, obviously it's a very, very short GIF. I think it's like a 2 to 3 second GIF. So of course the playthrough rate is gonna be very high. It's normal because it's really not that long. So chances are people will see it and immediately click on the ad and continue. Well, let's take a look at that first one. So 43% people stick towards about a quarter of the video, which is all right. And then you can see that the drop off kind of gets a little bit steeper for every phase afterwards. But you can see that between 75% and 100%, it's almost the same, meaning people that are interested to watch about 3/4 of the way, they keep watching the full thing. So here, let me go back. So that video has gotten a lot of ad spend and has a pretty good ROAS. So that's usually a good indicator that this creative is a strong creative in terms of taking action. So it leads people to actually take action on the website and buy. That's great. That's the main objective you want to do with that creative. But looking into this specific asset right here, 25% video play is at 43%. Whereas look at that other one right here, it's at 67%. So what if we could increase slightly the hook strength of that video, get a little bit more people, maybe just 10% more? What impact do you think that's gonna have on the overall results? Chances are we'll probably have a little bit more people that are interested in that video and go through the website. Now, this could mean 2 things. Either the hook is not strong enough, or people are so interested in the first couple of seconds of the video that they already go on the website and don't watch the rest. Either or, it's worth testing it and it's worth playing with the hook to see if you can get a small increase in that. And now here, once again, the hook to 50% is quite low. That would be, in my opinion, the only other opportunity we have in that creative, because we see that 75% to 100% is not that bad. So changing the hook and then changing the hook to halfway through is probably going to be the main two opportunities right here. So it means that we need to hook people stronger, so be more interesting and punchy from the start, and have probably a little bit more cuts and content at the beginning of the video than the rest. The end of that video seems fine. Whereas the main opportunities that we have are in ad 1 and ad 13, as you can see right here. They've got very, very low video play rate, like very low, as you can see right here. We're talking less than 10% of the people are actually watching a quarter of the video. But going back right here, they're doing pretty good ROAS wise. Again, it could just simply be that the video at the beginning is interesting, so people want to buy afterwards. But in that case, it's probably not the case. It's probably the video in itself that is not as interesting as it should be. So worth, again, testing it. In that one, looking at this entire thing is like, okay, this concept, this ad angle works. Why? Because it's performing good. We got a pretty decent ROAS, 2.76, which is very profitable for that client. So, okay, it's working. The concept is good, but the way this entire video has been edited is completely wrong. Hook is not strong enough. Nobody stays afterwards. We really need to have to figure out how to actually keep people watching and interesting. And same goes for that last video right here. 8% is just atrocious when it comes to hooking people through. So again, could just be very interesting, or we got to fix it. In my opinion, it's something worth fixing. Last but not least, I was curious to show you guys that because I think actually it's something that you guys might enjoy. What creative type has worked well for that brand? So we've actually split that into 3 different steps. On that report, we actually don't have static images, but we have testimonials, TikToks / UGC style videos, and GIFs and animations that we have here at the end. So we've actually kind of been split testing all of them because we know that static images are working pretty great. The goal with that client right now is kind of seeing how we can get improvements on these other styles. You can clearly see the testimonial style videos are doing great. So TikToks, or I would say more like testimonial, where a customer speaks about their experience, great. That's the best ROAS we've ever had in any creative type. TikTok is doing all right, is doing good pretty much when you look at that. But where we have a big opportunity right now is the animation. You can see it at the bottom. It has a very decent ROAS compared to spend. So it's something that we could potentially take a look at. But my guess is that if we increase spend a little bit more, we'd probably see a bit of a drop in the ROAS. So in that case, it would probably still put a testimonial and UGC video as winners. So for that client, for this underwear brand, static images are the first and the best performing assets right now. Testimonial style videos are the second, regular UGC are the third, and GIFs are the fourth. And with that data, we're actually able to come into the account, micro optimize these creatives, get our creative specialists in-house to actually make quick edits on where the drop-off happens in these videos. And then we are going to find ourselves with much better performing assets and be able to kind of split them against the older version. So with that being said, if you want to be a part of a free community of e-commerce brand owners, be one of the first to know about these upcoming YouTube videos and get access to exclusive content just for group members, check the description below and join our free Facebook group. So make sure you actually fill in the very small questionnaire prior to joining on the group, because we want to make sure that we have the highest intent of group members, eliminate as much of the spam, and really have a community of real people that want to interact together and help each other out. With that being said, if you're still watching this video and you are an e-commerce brand owner making at least $50,000 a month with your brand, then also check out the description down below and book in your free demo call with our team. On that call, we're going to take a look at your brand, see if you're a good fit for one of our e-commerce marketing programs. If that's the case, we'll help you scale through paid advertising and performance creatives. On that note, check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.